When you're ranked in the top 5, you're when you go on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Clemson jumps to the line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab on the left. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it to him on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense, but the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the option. He'll pitch it. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal again from the 2. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
To the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the defense makes the stand. Never got close to the goal line, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The Rebels are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll move the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
And the Rebels buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On the ground, it's Lacey. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Rebels will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First time out of the half. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Now adjusting. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, But he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Going with the ground game left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clemson is quick to the line. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on fourth down and short. Trying to keep this drive alive.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. FIU has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 20 to SMU. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Goes to the option. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The give to the tailback. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Simmons. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Got him downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And some room to work. It's a seam wide open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane.
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Pressure coming. Going for it all. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the move, it's Davidson. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. To the air. It's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Davidson. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacey. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Making side adjustments here. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got room to work. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Lacey. Now rolling to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat. They give up a big play. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. They're testing the right side here. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looking for a man, it's Simmons. A little screen to the running back. There he goes! They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hobbs. Turning on the Jets. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Might be changing the route. They run the reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Rebels! And that one will give them the lead. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Northern Illinois. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Quick completion on the out. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get down in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark. You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to
unleashes one deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Let's send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Here's the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Simmons. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Got it set up on the outside. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's dribbling. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Release to the back. This time on target. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Wow, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Touchdown, Clemson! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Lacey. Got enough for the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He's loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw at Simmons. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Ray. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can now. Defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Lacey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Ole Miss 21, Clemson 17.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation